that? You hear that? That's a shiny bell. It's a shiny bell that ringed by alerting the passengers nearest to the station. This is a shunting bell. You remember why they have bells? They don't have bells. Well, I'm going to tell you about that anyway. Let's go all around the 80s. Well, the 80s is safety wasn't much of a thing yet until till they used a special kind of horn, but it wasn't too loud enough to overpower the engine sound. George Stephenson and created this copy after that train crashed into the docks. It gives a modern steam whistle. So throughout that day, hey, most of the American knows how to blow whistles, bells, and equipped with it any kind of thing. And the other countries doesn't have bells because they're safe date, but American has because America has most of the bells, and things could go very wrong there. Uh, a bell would be fitted on there to alerting the passengers nearby. Whenever the train the shiny bell always hears, and the engineer blows whistle, that the bell will shine through and alerting the passengers like this. Early class of the locomotives like those are sent to other countries as they have equipped with American railways. But you can say that American is the only train country that has bells, unlike other country which doesn't have bells. The bell from other countries used that to alert this. As 19 to 70s is the bell is always this. Here's the soft spot. GG1, unlike the diesels and electric locomotive, they have air bells like this. Instead of a mechanical bell, they use this. Throughout the 1960s, Chicago and Northwestern experimental the gong bells. It fitted on the nose and kind of similar sound to the crossing railroad, and its upper top to prevent the snow from getting in. The 1970s is as tested the E-bell. Milwaukee Road has tested the E-bell instead of a mechanical one. Prime PM 5160 or 760 is equipped with a bell with a Lufthansa tape. Here's the example. The bell didn't go that well as the mechanical ultimately stuck with the mechanical bell, such as these locomotives is it mechanical bells, and some of the diesel locomotives has model bells with modern bells, as Graham White E-bell. Here's the familiar sound.
Ron's bell sound and loops it on a speaker, leading to this familiar sound.
In Ike Railway.
Include Ike Rail
and Transonic Inc. Okay, so mostly new. So why don't American? So other countries use it. So they don't catch up as well because most of the railway are fenced and other kind of protection. But the most of the trains that comes from America are not excluded rules, such as Flying Scotsman with that bell. You might be wondering if Toby the Tram has bells. They have bells. You might be right, my dear viewers. Trolleys, streetcars, us and everything has bells. Another reason could historical people had bells to put on horse to warn their presence. That's why. streetcars, trolleys, everything. Instead of this,
It was more like
the sound was also distinct enough to alert the people all nearby, like European street hits. Here's some examples. Some of the locomotives that has equipped with American inspiration as Canada, Brazil, but mostly people say that American trains have the bells, and it's right. American trains are the only trains that has bells right now. If you hear this bell, then you better back up.
probably a good time to stand back and wait. Thank you to my channel